Meteorologist Mark Molnar with Weather Northeastern. Let's get right into the tropics. Hurricane Oscar is a fading memory in the North Atlantic. The rest of the tropics looking very quiet at this time. Look at the weather factors. High pressure building across the western Atlantic here as this trough kicks east. Another trough along the U.S. East Coast will keep it very hostile for any tropical systems that do try to develop. Here across the intertropical convergence zone, along the north coast of North America, a lot of these tropical waves lining up, but for the most part, most of them don't really bear too much watching as they skirt along the northern coast here of South America, along the Venezuela coast here. So there you have it, tropics, not too much happening. Remember, it does run till November 30th, so still got to watch for the next 30 days here. Take a look at the viewers sending photos and videos here. John from Islip, New York. Stormy ocean here, right out on Long Island. Look at that. Back on October 29th there. Very hostile waters. This has been quite the season so far for those rainy nor'easters. And continuing with that pattern, take a look at Derek Rentschler, Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. First looking at South Hills Park. Looks pretty beautiful, but he says pretty much the same thing I'm saying this fall. Too much warmth and too much rain has not really brought out the colors very much. In fact, he actually has a lot more color than I've had here, here in the upper Susquehanna Valley. He is in the lower Susquehanna Valley, just east of Harrisburg. Still getting some colors, but like he says here in Coleman Park, South Hills, and then Coleman Park here, not looking as brilliant as in past years due to all that rain and warmth. So get out there and enjoy it. Still a little bit of color. And then for the rest of the weather, take a look at the precipitation. Pacific Northwest, rain in the valleys, mountain snow getting in on the act here. Across the rest of the country, rain really socked in here, mostly in the form of rain from the central portion of the U.S. all the way to the U.S. East Coast. Look at that, the Northeast. I know many of you in my forecast area are getting downright tired of all this rain. Unfortunately, it looks to continue here as the system slowly, agonizingly slowly moves to the east for the weekend. Let's get right into pattern. These two double troughs here, one in the west and one in the east, kind of congeal to form a very big trough here across the central portion of the United States here. And this will keep the pattern very unsettled from coast to coast for the most part. So we're looking at unsettled stormy conditions continuing. And get right into the forecast here. Snowfall amounts, not really anything to talk about across my immediate forecast area. Not much to speak of, maybe a little bit up here near Saranac Lake in the eastern and northeastern Adirondacks, but for the most part, it will be a rain event through the weekend here. Let's get right into the forecast, starting off with your Friday TGIF. Across the Northeast, yes, we're dealing with that storm system, low area of low pressure with cold front trailing across the Susquehanna River Valley, moving along this stationary front slowly, and this will eject showers and thunderstorms, especially from the Susquehanna Valley on eastward here during the day on Friday. Temperatures getting up into the 60s in many areas, but as you get closer into the west of the front, you'll see temperatures fall throughout the day here. Still remaining showery even behind the front here. Rainfall totals, especially ahead of the front here, getting up towards an inch to an inch and a half. Into your Saturday, look at this, turning much blusterier and colder with this cold front passage, pushing into New England here in the coastal plain. Much colder behind it here. You can see places like Binghamton, Buffalo, Syracuse, Albany, State College, Scranton, all the way over to Pittsburgh, struggling to get out of the upper 40s in most areas. Some areas not even making it to the upper 40s. Gusty west winds and northwest winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour, even wind gusts near 40 miles per hour near Lakes Erie and Ontario. And continuing with a showery pattern, morning rain pulling away, but showery conditions, even some lake effect rain shower streamers forming off the east end of and southeast end of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. And then into your Sunday, we do quiet things out as high pressure begins to crest overhead here. Temperatures will allow to warm into the low to mid 50s in most areas. We will break out the sunshine, something we haven't seen in a very long time here across the Northeast. And into your Monday, yes, unfortunately, here comes a warm front, but with the warm front, here comes that rainfall across the Northeast. Anywhere from a quarter to a half an inch. We're just continuing to add to this already very rainy year across the Northeast, and that is why the fall color really was not that spectacular here across the Northeast. It's unfortunate. Some areas did get some pretty brilliant colors up here in the Adirondacks in New England, where we saw less rain and less warmth this year, but most of the Northeast dealing with that. Take a look at my 5-day from Binghamton to Scranton's upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and Northeast Pennsylvania. All points along the Susquehanna River from Binghamton to Scranton, and all points in between along the southern tier in Northeast Pennsylvania. Look at this. Friday into Saturday. Friday, showers and thunderstorms in the morning, and then continued showery in the afternoon, maybe up towards an inch of rainfall, 3/4 to an inch possible into Friday night. Rainfall continuing, turning very blustery, 15 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts. Continuing into Saturday, your early high near 47, dropping very fast throughout the day towards 40. Into your Sunday, look at this. Sunny skies. It pretty much is your only sunny day here, so if you need to get out there and enjoy it, that is the day. Into Monday, rain showers, and Tuesday, rain showers, quarter to half an inch each day. Not looking very good here. Temperatures up towards the 50s. That'll do for this edition of Weather Northeastern. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com, Twitter at WX Northeastern, Google Plus at MeteoMark, MeteoMark.com, and WeatherNortheastern.com. Thanks for watching.